What's up guys, Markin here, bringing you some more Warfighter footage, and today we're going to be breaking down the Demolition class. Now most importantly, the Demo class is the best PTFO class in the game. If you're objective oriented, this is probably the class for you. Now when you're planting bombs with this class, I mean on the beta you only had the hot zone, hot zone, whatever the game type was called. That was the only mode you had in the beta, so you're planting and diffusing bombs. That's your only objective. So with this class, it plants and diffuses bombs in about a third of the time. It's real quick compared to other classes, so you can get in there and do what you need to do and get out of there fast. Now the way they pretty much offset this is this class is one of the slower classes in the game. This class and the heavy gunner class are both very, very slow. So once again, the way the developers offset this is the class's ability. Now their ability, as you just saw there, is you basically pull down a riot shield. It's like a juggernaut suit, and it takes up a lot of your screen. You can only see through the open areas of it, but it gives you an additional 100 hit markers, hit points for your health. So it's basically like having two people there you gotta shoot through. Now, like I said, this is not overpowered because of the fact that you move so slowly. It's very, very hard to move fast. This is the class that's made to play the objectives, but it's slow moving. So they're not going to give the Spec Ops, which is the fastest class in the game, they're not going to give them the ability to, plant and disarm these bombs in a third of the time. They're going to try and balance it out and make it so you're moving slower, but you have other things that you're very good at. So once you're planting the bombs, you can use that bomb suit to put it down, take more damage when you're getting in there. And it works out really well. I think the developers did a good job balancing it, and I don't think anything's really overpowered on it. Now in terms of grenades for this class, you have C4 and you have one C4. I think I'm going to use it up here, you'll see. But it's pretty good. It has a decent blast radius, but it's nothing crazy. It's not going to kill 5 people at once unless they're all huddled up on each other. Now the weapons for this class, for the demo class, it's mostly PDWs as far as we've seen in the beta. They're personal defense weapons, they're close quarters, submachine gun types. It's going to be close quarters to medium range. You're not going to be able to do long range battles with this and expect to come out on top every time. It's just not going to happen. In terms of score streaks, score chains, offensively, your first score chain is the M32 grenade launcher. It's basically an underbarrel launcher, but it holds 6. You can pop them all out. Gives you a little like 4x8 cogs you can see on them. Not a crazy blast radius on it. You either have to direct hit them or get it right at their feet, and it'll kill them, which is great because it's not overpowered. The second streak is the SMAW. It's a rocket launcher. You have 2 rockets that you can fire. Much bigger blast radius. You can take out multiple targets at once, and it's great for keeping people off the bomb. Now the third offensive score chain is the MUSA Robot, MUSA Robot. Basically, it's the attack drone from Call of Duties, if you guys are familiar with that. It's a little remote controlled device, drone that fires out machine guns. It can take a pretty decent amount of damage and stay on its wheels without getting destroyed. So it's a pretty good offensive streak. And then fourth and finally, you have the Apache, as always. Now the defensive score chains, as with every class, your first score chain is smokescreen from mortar. Your second score chain is to replenish your fire team, all their ammo, all their grenades, everything like that. It works for the entire team, not just your fire buddy. The third defensive score chain is the RQ-7 Shadow, which again, it's the Blackbird from Black Ops. If you guys are familiar with that, it gives you real-time position on the minimap of all of your opponents. Now the thing that kind of balances out that RQ-7 Shadow is it'll show you their positions on the minimap, but the minimap's zoomed in a pretty decent amount, so you can't see everybody on the battlefield at once. You do have to be near them in order to see them. I don't know if on the PC they're going to have an option like in Battlefield where you can expand your map, zoom in more, zoom out more, where you'll be able to see more people, because once again we've only played it on the Xbox so far, so I'm not sure if they'll give you that option. And then the fourth and final defensive score chain, as always, is the Apache. So you have your basic defensive score chains. Offensively, it's more weapon oriented. You don't have any call-in things. There's no airstrikes. There's nothing like that for this class. You have the M32 and the SMAW as rocket launchers to kind of get into the action. Then you have that robot. Now the robot moves pretty slow. Very, very slow actually. So instead of going out and searching for enemies with it, you want to set it up when the opponent team is trying to arm a bomb, or if you're trying to arm a bomb and you have your team up on the front lines. It's really the best way to use it. Keep people off the objective, help your team get to the objective. So overall, I think this is a great class for playing the objective. It's one of the best in the game, like I said, with the fast arm time, disarm time. It's something you really want to look at. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.